Just a couple of days ago, the 2025 Yonex German Open concluded with Viktor Axelsen getting his second title of the year over Singapore's Loh Kean Yew, and we wanted to make a video on it. Though Axelsen was the ultimate winner, we actually want to focus on Loh Kean Yew. Throughout the tournament, Loh's game had looked different compared to his previous play, and we believe he has made significant improvements in the right direction. Let's discuss some of those improvements first.
Cleared the net. On the line.
There are three things that really stood out to us, both good and bad, from Loh Kean Yew in his match against Axelsen at the 2025 German Open. First, Loh's style has changed to become significantly more efficient, where he's much smarter about when to use full power to attack in the backcourt. In this match, Loh often played a variety of efficient shots in the backcourt that expended little energy. These shots helped him focus more on the follow-up instead, where he aimed to take the net early and create better attacking opportunities. Second, Loh's technique must be analyzed for better or worse. Loh's change in style has increased the variety of shots he plays, and although some of his technique has been great, there are other shots that must be improved to make Loh's style change more effective. Third, Loh needs to continue working on his patience and focus with this style. There are countless times in the match where Loh lost focus and made easy mistakes that allowed Axelsen to win. Let's start with how Loh has played more efficiently at the German Open. Since Loh's championship win in 2021, he has struggled to find a playstyle that works very well for him. His 2021 World Championship win reminded us of pre-2010 Lindan, but it seems that Loh found that playing at those speeds to be unsustainable and looked toward strategies that aren't as physically exhausting. His adaptation to play more defensively, however, were not great, as simply lifting up high and surviving your opponent's attack will make it more difficult to win, especially against players with strong attacks such as Axelsen. At the 2025 German Open, it seems that Loh has found the middle ground and an evolution of his game that allows him to maintain his attack while using energy more conservatively. What we loved from Loh Kean Yew in his match against Axelsen at the German Open was an increased focus on taking the net early and gaining control in the front court, in combination with having more selective timings of using jump smashes. Instead of trying to win through raw power and speed by jumping and smashing every shot, Loh's play at the German Open was much more focused on playing shots that built up the rally and finding better opportunities to attack. Let's take a look at a few examples.
But there might be a few warning signs flashing now in Loh's head. Can't afford to let Axelsen get away from him on the scoreboard. He's a good front runner. Yeah, well played. Wonderful spring and fantastic technique. Fooled Axelsen again.
You'll notice that instead of jump smashing all the time, Loh makes use of slices, drops, and half smashes a lot more. These shots require less full body commitment and often lets you recover much easier and faster, which is key in Loh's strategy. Instead of winning the point off the smash, the idea is to use a slower but steeper half smash or slice to put your opponent out of position and then following up quickly and winning the point at the net. You can really see this in Loh's footwork. Pay attention to how his backcourt movements have become more light and relaxed and how Loh changes speed when the shuttle is returned to the net. Now, this isn't saying that Loh has stopped jump smashing. It's just that the timing of his attack is much better now, where full smashes are coming when the opponent is not in position.
Fantastic get from Axelsen, and again, but he couldn't do anything with that. Right.
Given how closely strategy and technique are linked together, we must discuss Loh's technical skills when discussing a playstyle adjustment. There are both positive and negative points from Loh's technical skills in combination with his strategy that we can all learn from. We can start with the more positive note, and that's Loh's pushes. The first thing to pay attention to is the hold that Loh uses. In Loh's case, this hold is particularly effective because he's taking the net so early and coming into the shot at very fast speeds. When you consider that Axelsen has to respect Loh playing the next shot immediately, these holds often disrupt Axelsen's split-step timings and often forces him to switch direction. This is extra effective on a player who is as tall as Axelsen and have more difficulty changing speeds and direction due to the extra mass from their height. Second, you should pay attention to the angle and speed of Loh's pushes. Pushes must be played at a speed and angle that gives your opponent limited options. Pay attention to Axelsen's positioning in response to Loh's pushes and consider what options he has. What you'll notice is that it's often very difficult for Axelsen to attack, and even when he does, the shot that is returned is often coming back flatter and more predictably, which allows Loh to proactively move Axelsen around. This is one of the big reasons Loh's play at the German Open was more efficient. He isn't as reliant on forcing the attack anymore, as restricting Axelsen's attack and moving him around has given Loh better chances to win the rally. That said, overuse of these holds and pushes isn't good, and they're not always the right shot to play. For Loh, there are many instances where going for a drive right away instead of holding would be better. We typically notice this when he's following up after playing a backcourt shot, where hitting the shot right away puts more pressure on Axelsen by not giving him time to recover. This is not a big deal though, especially because we see Loh do it later in the match. It is something that's extremely difficult to recognize during the game as well. Something that was more concerning, however, was Loh's around the head, straight drop, and slice. We firmly believe that Loh would have won against Axelsen if he had a stronger straight slice from his around the head side. With emphasis on the first game, there were many situations where Loh's around the head straight drop was too slow and gave control to Axelsen. Although the placement theoretically was great, the angle and speed of Loh's straight drops allowed Axelsen to take the shuttle early and put Loh under pressure. Instead, Loh needed to play a faster, steeper straight slice from those positions more often, or even go for a half smash. It's okay if the shuttle lands further down the court, but you need to put emphasis on steepness and speed against tall players like Axelsen. A slow drop, even with good placement, can be reached in pretty much one step by Axelsen. On the other hand, a steep and fast shot is generally more useful because it forces Axelsen to lower his body and exhaust more energy. Ng Ziyong and 2021 Li Zijia had great examples of how these slices were effective. If Loh were to sharpen up some of his backcourt shots like an around-the-head straight slice, then his new style adjustment would be much more deadly. Speaking of sharpening, Loh also needed to sharpen his focus and improve his patience. There were countless times where Loh made easy mistakes, especially in the second game.
That was a little bit of a stages here, the second game.
Unforced errors aside, however, we want to point out how Loh has a tendency to give his opponents easy attacking opportunities without making them work for it. Playing it clear is not necessarily bad, but you need pay careful attention to the timing and angle of your shot. A high clear is typically used to give yourself time and reset the rally, while a punch clear can be used to put pressure on your opponent. Loh, however, has been going for high clears, but never really at a timing where he needs to play one, and unfortunately, at a timing where Axelsen is often in position and prepared to attack. To beat Axelsen, Loh needed to continue playing downwards and make Axelsen work extremely hard to get attacking opportunities. Against someone of Axelsen's caliber, no strategy will work 100% of the time. All you need, however, is for the strategy to work most of the time. Loh's strategies were working very well, but losing focus and becoming impatient ultimately lost him the match. The key with Loh's more controlled style is to understand that you're often playing to capitalize on your opponent's mistakes. This requires your discipline in maintaining your shot quality and focus to last longer than your opponent's. And unfortunately for Loh, Axelsen's mental discipline and physical fortitude was much stronger on that day. Overall, however, Loh's performance at the German Open was great, and we could see a resurgence in the player if he continues to develop the play that he showed in this tournament. And for us as viewers, we can learn from both the good and bad from Loh's performance. By focusing on changing speed in the front court and taking shots early, we can create better attacking opportunities in the back court. This style generally requires having more variety in the backcourt and being able to play shots that allow you to quickly recover and follow up at the net. We can also pay attention to Loh's pushes as an example of shots we would want to play ourselves, and recognize how even if you have a good strategy, it is not complete unless you have the focus and patience to see it through.
Oh, it was in.
As always, if you liked this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our future content. Let us know what you would like to see next in the comments below.